year, new team, it's the same dream. New Knicks City uniform, they stay clean. I just caught mine off of Fanatics in the garden with my hands in the air, we back at it.
What is going on, everybody? We are back. Thank you for tuning in to SKF Weekly. You see it. Pew, 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 pew.
Hey!
Yay, finally.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? We are here. You see it. I'm your man, Ron. That is my brother, John. We are in full effect. What's going on, John? How you feeling, brother?
Oh, man, I'm excited to be back. Excited to be not running around and just relaxed in the house. Ready to go. Ready to be on with everyone here. It's good to be back, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. Our family's good. Everything's good, man. Can't complain. How are things in your front?
Hey, man, can't complain. We here, we feeling good. I mean, really, we just want this off season to be over. Oh, and according to Jay Boogie, it's the on season. So
right.
Yeah, so it is what it is. But you know what? Listen, man, we got another jam-packed show tonight to talk about some more Knick news. There's not a lot going on, but there's some juicy tidbits, not the other ones, but there are some tidbits that are popping around. We found out the preseason schedule. We found out who the Knicks are going to play opening night, first game of the season. Big shocker there, folks. Big shocker there.
It's the money maker.
Oh, golly! I wonder if the Knicks are like, of course it's different right now because like these are prime matchups between the two clubs. But I wonder if the Knicks are sick of playing Boston on opening night. Like, I mean, after
this organization is all about that bread, so they get to price up everything. Everything's gonna be ultra expensive to be there that first opening day. It's gonna be crazy, and then to face the defending champions, it's gonna be lit. But they're trying to get our pockets. That's what they're trying to do.
Yes, they are. I mean, but is it really opening night if Fournier's not here? You know what I mean? Come on.
It's true.
It's gonna be a little different. Right. Just a little quick cup of coffee. You like what you did in the FIBA and the Olympic Games. Let's see what you got.
Just give me a few give me like 8 minutes.
Yeah. I think it's bad juju to play Boston an opening night without Fournier, but they're gonna make it happen. Right. They got to do what they got to do.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be pretty fun. But either way, we'll it's gonna happen nonetheless. Not speaking of Fournier, I wonder if he's signed to a club or is he a free agent? Because he played pretty good once again. He plays great for his home country.
Right. Did we let him walk or did we trade him? We let him walk, right? I don't think we put him in a trade.
No. I thought we
check to help us out.
No, I think we traded him to Detroit.
Was it
Detroit?
We
did send him to Detroit. Yeah. For the Bogdan and Alec Burks.
He only had one more year left, right? So
yeah.
They would have had to either take it on or not.
Oh no! This was his last year. That just passed.
Okay.
Yeah. So
he was off their books basically after the season ended.
That's what I believe is the case. Well,
you think he's still serviceable as a 2-guard in the NBA?
Oddly enough, I don't think so.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy because he played well in the Olympics, but I just think the NBA is a different animal for him and his skill set, his game nowadays. But overseas, I think at some point,
he could play with the Spurs. He could get picked up by the Spurs.
That's true. He could play with the Spurs. Yeah. Right. And actually, that would be great because the connection between some of the players over there, him and Wemby would have a great, situation going on. Yeah.
You need that veteran leadership sometimes,
And he might take less to play with the Spurs because they've got a young up and coming squad, and he'll play with a bunch of his countrymen. He might enjoy that. Plus, he knows Popovich respects international players. So, yeah, maybe. That's an interesting thought. Something to look into. Well, shout out to the chat. Hope you guys are doing well. Always good to see y'all. Salute to Walter Blackman. He said, good evening, Ron. Yep, always good to see you. Andios with the new logo in the building. Salute, salute. Let's go hit that like and subscribe to the channel and enjoy the show. Yeah, no, it's fire. Shout out to Drip Moore in the building. What's going on? Drip Moore, the preferred barber of Still Knicks fans and the Knicks community. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now. Nick Jr. is in the building. Salute, Nick Jr. Says salute to the chat. Salute to Ron and John. Good to see you guys. Always. Always. Yep. John is up in here. That's right.
I made it.
Yeah. Let's go. Ron and John in the building.
Be the missing link.
What up, L? Member of the SKF Army in the building. Pew, pew. What's going on, L? Good to see you as always. She says, salute to Ron and John. Y'all smash that like button for the guys. Let's go. JT Riddick in the building. What up, JT? Good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you. Salute, salute. And, okay. So, I did notice that it's funny that when you don't pay attention to a lot of stuff, you start to see what's going on in the community. There's a lot of Knicks community stuff going on tonight. There's a lot of shows on tonight. I was peeping around because, some of the usual shows may be on break or maybe they're not around anymore, but there's some other new shows that are popping up and now I'm starting to learn their schedules and stuff. And there's a lot going on Monday night. Once again, always.
Yeah. Mondays are really hot night for material.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And it's one of those, I guess it's one of the comfortable nights. Like, even though there might be a Knick game on a Monday night, as opposed to other days, Mondays are usually a little easier, but you never know. It could always happen no matter when. Hey, shout out to Manny Rivera. What up, Pops? Good to see you. Tuning in on Facebook. Appreciate you. Hope you and the missus are doing well. Good to see you. All right. Let's get it cracking. So, first thing out the gate, I know, we already mentioned the schedule stuff and preseason, all that. We'll get to that. But I want to start off with a Knicks rumor that I don't know if it's real or not, but it's out there. And it's coming from a trusted source. So I guess it's real. Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this.
This is going to be breaking news for me because
you may not know this one because until I saw it, I didn't know it. And I'm like, what?
Okay.
All right. Okay, let me show you what it is, bro. Okay. All right. I don't know how you're gonna feel about it. I don't even know. Like, it's odd enough to me that this person is even considered someone that we should look at. But whatever. Okay. So, all right, let me see here. According to Hudson, the Hudson Reporter. Are you familiar?
The Hudson Reporter, no. The Hudson River type of, that's the connect?
Okay. I guess. No, but that's not the trusted source. The trusted source is The Athletic.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. The Hudson Reporter is commenting. I mean, it was the one writing the story, should I say. Yeah, but so let me see here. Let me put it up because y'all ain't gonna believe me. Y'all think I'm like, what Ron talking about? He making stuff up now? Nah, this is real.
Don't make me tune out and watch the Yankee game right beside me.
All right, here we go. So according to the Hudson Reporter, New York Knicks have their sights set on Atlantic Hawks center Larry Nance Jr. as a potential backup for Mitchell Robinson. According to John Hollinger from The Athletic, Nance could be a great fit, sparking some serious interest from the Knicks.
What would we have to offer them, though? Larry Nance Jr.
I think you should have to give up a lot for Larry Nance Jr., but
I mean, he is a name, but he isn't like, he's sort of like he's caught in this weird situation where you could, at one point in his early in his career, you could see him potentially being a starter, Then he had a lot of role player, spot minutes. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
You think a first round draft pick would do it? I don't even know if we want to offer that. I would say 2
Would you
seconds.
have to? Yeah, I would rather give him 2 twos or something. Like, I don't know about no ones.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, 2 twos maybe.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, that's it's a little iffy.
What is he? What's his height? Is he 6'10"? Is he a legit 6'10"?
Let's see. What is he at?
Because
right
he's
now?
not gonna be able to defend the 7 foot like Jokic and beat out of the question. Those guys.
Yo, are you serious? I don't know. I don't know. He's 6'8".
What is he? 6'8"? Yeah, that's not backup.
Yeah,
center?
I don't like. I guess because
I don't
he
know if
he has been playing that role, and he's a decent rebounder, I guess, for the minutes he gets. I guess it's just his style of play, but I don't.
It's more of a backup four.
Yeah, I don't know where this backup center to Mitchell Robinson stuff comes from.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't get that one either. Like, that one.
Did you download Did you download the other audio snippet? That wah.
No, I don't think I did, but I think
it needs one
because it definitely needs one.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's not it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about that one, guys. Well, anyway, let's take a look at
it. Doesn't do anything to the team.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It does give you somebody that has versatility and can stretch the floor, but he's not a center.
Right.
I'm bugging.
Backup four. I wouldn't mind that as a backup four.
This is what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. But let's look at his numbers. We owe it to ourselves, don't we, guys? We owe it to Larry Nance Jr.
It's not a terrible player, but
I mean, 5.7 points, 5 rebounds, 1.9 assists, 0.9 steals, 0.3 blocks. The shooting is nice, 57% from the field, 41% from 3, 77% from the free throw line. That's decent. But let me just
right?
Yeah. Let me I just want to check his minutes. Hold on. Let me see how many minutes he played when he put up these particular stats.
No, I don't think much.
It couldn't have been much. He was playing 19 minutes per game. Well, technically 19.9, so 20 minutes per game. 20 minutes, 5 points, 5 rebounds. Yeah. I mean, he's kind of like right there on my Ron cheat sheet. Like, usually if somebody plays around 20 minutes, I want them to get around 6 rebounds. So he's kind of right there. So on that end is, I guess, let me take another look at him real quick.
His best years were like Cleveland.
His best years were, yep, you nailed it. Yeah, in Cleveland he averaged around 7.5 rebounds per game.
Right,
and maybe he averaged around not even 9 points. He averaged because he had like 9, 9, 10, 9, 6, something like that. Yeah. He was actually pretty good, like, as far as a young player coming into the league with the Lakers too, but he still was finding himself.
Yeah, I see him more of as a backup four, you know what I mean? Spell minutes for someone like Randle, you know what I mean?
I
and
agree.
I think if you have him in that situation, then you don't, I think that's a benefit to the team. But as a center, that doesn't move the needle at all.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, listen, it's
a weird.
It's a slow news week. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where the Larry Nance that is.
You mean to tell me Gargamel didn't catch no Smurfs, bro?
I guess not, bro. It's like it's rough out here. Like Larry Nance Jr. Wow. How have we fallen that quickly that we looking at Larry, a 6'8" backup center? What are we doing?
That doesn't even make sense.
Goodness gracious. I don't know, man. I'm gonna stay away from that. I'm just gonna chalk that up to it's a slow news week. And I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. I wouldn't stress that too much. Don't just forget that one happened.
Then we send away 2 second-round draft picks.
Two
and a pick swap.
Mm.
And then a pick swap, and we're gonna be like, why you were doing so well? Why?
Yeah. I don't know how they would feel about that. Nick, the Nick Brass might be in trouble if they make that move. That might be a little wild, man. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry to waste your time with this Larry Nance rumor.
Listen, for 1 second rounder though, hey, I wouldn't be mad at that.
I mean, 1 second rounder,
I don't necessarily
maybe
believe that he would be playing center for Tibbs. Not even in the backup row. I think Tibbs will see him more as a backup center. I mean, a backup forward than a center.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I don't see it either, bro. That just seems.
But for 1 second rounder,
wild.
I'll take that right off your hands. I'll take them. But you would have to move people's contracts around too, right? Like some of the guaranteed contracts that came in already. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like Kolick, right? He has a guarantee. There's another player who also garnered a guarantee contract recently, right?
I wonder. I don't know if Dadier got a guarantee. I'm not sure.
It was one of those young players that got.
It might have been Dadier. Because Huck Porty got the 2-way.
Right. So you have to move some money around in order to do Larry Nance Jr. Because what is he making? He's on the books, making a decent living.
Well, the Knicks still have another exception at their disposal that they can use.
What, 10? Is that a 10? A mil?
I think it's 11.
11. Okay.
I don't even know if they could. I don't even know if they could use the whole 11 because there's something about. It's a little confusing with this whole thing. It depends on what your state is and what your state income tax is. So if your state has less income tax or no income tax, you can.
No way we take them from them. The annual salary of 10,790. Oh yeah, well it's within range, right? He signed a 2 for 21.5.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. That whole thing is confusing to me. I'm still trying to figure out
carries a
the
cap
tax
for
implications.
11. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
maybe if it's per year, then I think they could do it because he's within that 11 mil.
Right.
But
you see here. Let me see if I got something else about what is it? It doesn't say. I think I'm just reading the same thing that you saw or similar to it. It's not saying whether. Okay, well, whatever. I guess I'll find out about it later.
And
anyway,
true. We also picked up Precious, so it wouldn't even be a need.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you
get reminding us? Because I totally forgot. We just signed Precious. It don't make no sense.
And Precious is 6'8". Like, what? I don't know. Why would you?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, whatever. In other news,
moving on.
Yeah. Fliggity, what up? 713 Gamer in the building. Salute to you. Another member of the SKF Army. Appreciate you. Deron Wayne in the building. Another member of the SKF Army. Salute to you, my brother.
Salute.
Appreciate you. Good to see you as always. Kerry Cox in the building. What up, Kerry? Good to see you, my brother.
Going on.
Hey, listen to what Elle says. As you come in, smash that like button if you haven't already done so. It costs you nothing. It's free-licious. Some might say it's free 99. Appreciate it.
Free 99.
Kerry Cox said, rather sign Lessert from France. Yeah, he's interesting, John. I don't know if you've been seeing the rumblings, but everybody's been asking about him. We already got his rights. Yeah. So I don't know what's the deal with that. I don't know. I didn't watch. Sorry, guys. I've been living under a rock. I did not see France versus the United States. So I assume Lessert was on the team. I don't know how he played. I have no clue. Did you see any of that?
Yeah, he's a solid player. Not bad.
I mean, everybody was talking about the.
But it's a different game.
Guy. It is a different game.
It's a different game. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. John's back from his vacation in Costa Rica.
I wish, man. I wish. I wouldn't even say anywhere within the States, but nah, man. I wish.
Salute to you, old head. Appreciate you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you.
Yeah. Okay.
Kerry Cox says Jericho Sims going to be different this coming year. I mean, I hope you're right, man. We talked about him on Saturday. I mean, I saw another video of him working out. He looked a lot more comfortable in this third video that I've seen. He was putting the ball between his legs. He was crossing behind his back. He was dribbling up and down the court. He was shooting with his right, shooting with his left. I ain't going to lie to you. I know it's just practice, but I'm just going to put it like this. For someone working out in practice as a big who we haven't seen certain skills from, he looked pretty good. He looked better than I would say that I've seen Mitchell Robinson. I've seen Mitchell Robinson look pretty good in practice too, but Jericho looked smoother. That's all I can say.
He's definitely going to get a shot. We know that.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to get a shot to lose his opportunity. He would have to lose it. You know what I mean? But he's definitely going to get a shot this year.
Yeah, we just got to see how it all works out. D Coolest 718 in the building. What up, D Coolest? Good to see you. Appreciate you, my brother. L said the Army is out tonight. Facts. Jericho does need confidence. Yeah, you're right. Hopefully he can get it together this year, man. I mean, this is, to me, I've already said it. I feel like this is the make or break for Jericho, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I just think that the Knicks are moving in a certain direction where he needs to show that he belongs with this team.
Right.
He's going to have a great opportunity to do it too. All right, so let me pull this up.
Kerry Cox said he'd rather put John at center than Larry Nance Jr. That's hilarious.
Well, I mean,
I wish I had that height. I'll tell you that.
Shout out to Space Ghost in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. All right, so let's share this screen real quick. So this is the New York Knicks schedule for the preseason. Okay, let's scroll down, folks. Look at this guy. Who are you, buddy? I don't know. Hey, I think the Knicks play the Wizards twice. District 9
preseason.
Right there. Yep, I was right. Washington. So look at that. This is the full slate below. They start off on October 6th versus Charlotte.
Right around the
October
corner.
9th. Yeah, right. Then October 9th versus Washington. Then the 13th versus Minnesota. Then the 15th versus Charlotte. And the 18th versus Washington. So I've got the 18th circled on my calendar. Of course, I would love to go to opening night. It's been like a tradition. But if things are crazy, who knows? The tickets might be wild. I don't know. So if that's the trick, that's the cheat code, y'all. If you can't make it to opening night, your best next possibility is to get that last preseason game under the preseason pricing model, right? Because kids like to do a nice dress rehearsal. So just saying, take it from me. I already hit you some game right there. I cost you nothing once again.
It's a fact.
Yeah, I got that one circled, John. I'm looking at the 18th. So if all else fails, bro,
I might rock with you because that's a tough one. Opening night, bro.
Things have changed, bro. Madison Square, hard to get a ticket.
It's fine.
Sheesh.
That so true.
That's rough.
That's gonna be their slogan this year.
Yeah. By the way, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the real fans get priced out. It sucks, but Madison Square Garden has always been a monster when it comes to pricing. I would not be surprised if this year in particular, the real Knicks fans don't get to go see their team, man. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, they did it. I mean, in seasons past, the last few years, they've done a good job with the pricing on the balcony seating. Like that, and that's not a bad location, you know what I mean? But they go by fast, those tickets get bought up quickly.
That they do. That they do. It's not easy, man. It's not easy to be a fan in a big time city like New York, especially when teams are playing good. I mean, y'all. I mean, Yankee fans, you guys know when the team is going good, seeing how the ticket sales get inflated from year to year. Mets still got some pretty decent tickets. So if you just want to see baseball, just say.
Right.
But yeah.
Plus, the HD has gotten so good these days, from your own comfort of your own home. That is like,
that's
do I really
true.
want to travel into the city? Do I really want to take the subway in? And you want to, if you don't, you got to look for parking. Then you got to buy all the, something to eat and all that. It comes pricey.
You ain't lying.
You got kids like Ron and I do want to catch a game as well, so that's gonna be double the price. So.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I don't know. I'm not gonna go too crazy when it comes to the Knicks this season. I mean, of course, if a deal or something falls in my lap,
for sure.
would I love to go? Yeah, and seriously think about it. But it is much better just to be comfortable in your own home, watching the game, not stressing out because the ticket is like $300 to $400. I'm good.
It's hella tight in there. It'd be hella tight.
Yeah. I mean, playoff tickets, they're already talking the playoff tickets. This may be the most ever in New York. Yeah, so
I can see that.
I
can see that.
Nah, B. We're gonna have to, we'll say we was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'll tell my grandkids. Your grandpa. I remember.
We were just outside Madison Square Garden at the bar.
Yeah, you young whippersnappers don't get it, but I tell you, I know what it was.
I'm
gonna have to come up with some nice stories. How the garden looked. I remember the smell. You know what I mean?
But these are the seasons, bro. These are the seasons that we've been waiting for. This season in particular is going to say a lot about, how far we can get. Like I said, you got to get to the championship, man. That's for me what it is. You got to be able to make that next step. Even though next step would be Eastern Conference Finals, but you got to be in it.
It's true. I think that one of the biggest things that we're gonna have to watch for this year, as opposed to any other year, is going to be the bandwagon fans. There's going to be a lot of haters that pop up this year. I joked about it last year. Come on over. That's cool. I mean, seriously, if there's fans out there that want to come and be Knicks fans this year, cool. And I always say, listen, once you come over, be prepared to stay. There's no leaving. But really, there's going to be a lot of all of a sudden people coming out of because there's a bunch of people, and I know it's going to happen.
They're going to be screaming at the moment we start going into a losing streak.
Exactly. Yeah. You know how many people I've talked to that say they Brooklyn Nets fans?
Oh,
but now the Brooklyn Nets
have flipped the script, and now Knicks fans. Yeah, I know. I like at least a handful of people were like, I don't know. I like what the Knicks got going on. I was like, are you serious? You crazy, bro? Like, yeah, don't need that.
Yeah, no. It's one of them things where we just gonna have to be patient and understand that it's gonna happen, because that's just what happens when your team is a good looking basketball team. There's no way to avoid it, folks. So be prepared, because we're gonna see it, and it's going to be terrible. But I can't wait. Either way, I'm happy. But we'll see. So let me ask you this, John. The big question of the night. It's tough to say this, but if there was ever a moment where this could happen, it could happen opening night, right? But what's your thoughts? Maybe I should put it up on the screen, right? Yeah, let me put it up on the screen so that way it becomes something that everybody can see, right? Let's do that. Let me put it up on the screen so people can kind of give their own thoughts about it. All right, here we go. And the Knicks. Ruin Boston's ring ceremony night.
Where they playing at? They're playing at Boston Garden or
in Boston, in the Garden, which I'm never going to get over the fact that they call both these places the Garden. There can only be one Garden, and it's not that Garden. It's the Garden.
That's what I say. It's the Boston, not the Garden, not the Mecca.
Yeah. So what do you think about that? What's your thoughts? Is that a possibility? You think the Knicks can win on opening night versus Boston on the night they get their rings?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I just, the Knicks are going to have a team to start the season that is well-rounded enough to, to take the home opener. You know what I mean? Not the home opener, but just take the first game of the season. I would expect nothing less. I would expect the Knicks to come out there and try their best to win. It's not going to be an easy task, though. I mean, Boston is who Boston is. They are the champs. So, I'm sure they got a point to prove. I know Tatum's definitely got a point to prove after these Olympic Games, and how they sort of played with his emotions and, and where he's at. So, it's definitely not going to be an easy night. But I think the Knicks do have a powerful enough defensive team that they could really, withstand runs and make runs of their own this upcoming season. And I expect us to come out like gangbusters. You know what I mean? Like, I expect us to pull out like 5 in a row, more times than not. I think, I expect us to go on like serious runs throughout the season. So, yeah, I would not, I'm tuning in for the Knicks to win, not to give a gallant effort. I'm coming into it like Knicks got to win this, so that's where I'm at with it. Oh, you're on mute. You hit your microphone. You must have tapped it.
My bad. I must have tapped it. Y'all don't know I got a real sensitive mic, and I have to do this. I have to do this thing all the time to tell people I can just do this and the mic can go on mute. But okay, we're good. All right. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't. I don't think that it's far-fetched at all. I think the Knicks can definitely make but see, it's not really a statement game, but it is a good win to just get one under the belt, because opening night, like the first week, 2 weeks of the season, teams are just kind of getting together. Some people got the summer hangover. You know what I mean? Like it's the best time to catch easy wins, right? That first month of the season in total is the best time to go on a run. But the first 2 weeks, if you can come out with some type of cohesion, continuity, confidence, a lot of C words, man, you can make some moves that first couple weeks. So yeah, why not? I mean, damn near the Knicks almost beat them the first game this past season.
Right. And so with this team, I mean, we're almost expected to go out there and get the first wins. You know what I mean? And like I said, we got to come out. We got to come out red hot. We gotta prove to the naysayers that we are a formidable team. That even though in some rankings we may be third, we may be fifth in others, that we are expected to be top in the East, right? And so that's the statement that you're going to want to make. I know Joe Mazzulla is going to have his team ready. Tibbs going to have our team ready. So it's going to be interesting first game. I think they're gonna go at it, and it's gonna be a fun one. Yeah, that's all I got, man. I'm expecting a win, man. I'm sorry.
No, I hear you. I mean, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that works for me. That makes a lot of sense to me. I think that they should be able to pull out a victory. So, do you think that Knicks fans are gonna judge this first game too harshly. Like if the Knicks lose,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Yes.
okay,
And they're gonna blame it on not having Hartenstein. And they're gonna blame it on, whatever they find a way, they'll find a way to make an excuse about us losing to the Boston Celtics this first game. Either it'll be Tibbs' minutes, his minutes distributions, Tibbs' actions, with 2 minutes remaining in the game, anything that we can point to outside of the Knicks just flat out playing poorly as a team, we're gonna point to. Because the way we've been, we've sort of been indoctrinated, right? Into a sense where you're like, man, we want this team to be good, and now we are that good, and now we've built on the talent that we have, and we added more talent, and so we sort of expect the expectations are higher than they were in the past, and for good reason, right? You're supposed to have high expectations for a team that's coming in with so many shifts and moves, and bringing in a fully loaded team of add additions, comrades of the Villanova three, and so now they bring their fourth member in, and there's a lot of high expectations, man. So I think for sure, if we lose, we're gonna hear a lot of excuses. I'm gonna be one who's gonna be really looking at not necessarily time management on the side of the coach, but more so on our captain. I think now that he's been given the sort of the reign as captain, I think it's his time to really mature as a leader, to mature in the sense of knowing how much time we have on the clock. Where do we need to do, to close the games out? You know what I mean? I think it's on his shoulders to close games out, whether he makes the open pass, the open looks, or even the hockey assists. It's on him to make those decisions, and that's what I'm gonna be looking at. And I think that's what he's expecting of all the fans. I think he wants that smoke. I think he wants the pressure of being in New York and being the leader in New York. So that's what I'm gonna be looking at. I'm gonna be looking at, is he gonna be the captain, on the court, that he will be, off the court. So
I like it. That makes sense. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate all you guys tuned in. Please smash that like button on your way in, and if you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button if you enjoy the content and want to support Still Knicks fans. Because we are here. And we are going to continue to be giving you guys the best possible content that we can. So thank you for tuning in and showing us some love. And guys, I know, if you're following closely, we are definitely, trying to continue to build the platform. You know what I mean? We are on the road to 3K subscribers by the end of the summer, 5K by the end of the year. And thank you for all of your efforts and help towards that. We are currently at 2,877 subscribers. The number is getting closer, guys. You know what I mean? Like I said before, tell your nana, tell your gardener, tell your auntie, tell your principal, tell the substitute teacher that's only there once a week. Whoever, let them know. Still Knicks fans, we here, baby.
Yeah, extremely organic views too. We're not in the system by grabbing bots and none of that.
Yeah.
We organic, man.
We don't want to pay for the love. We want the love to be real.
Right. That's a fact.
So
even if it's 200, I'm thankful.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. We here. All right. So that being said, by the way, pew pew. There you go, L.
Pew pew.
Also, let me just shout out a couple more people that have joined the chat since we started. Shout out to my guy Corey Lee in the building. Salute. He said, "Peace and salute. Queens is in the building. Yeah, Queens get the money."
Nice.
Salute, my brother. Appreciate you. That's one half of the 718 boys on Blorence Tears with my guy Bully. Please show them some love and support on the Blorence Tears Network. Shout out to David Smith in the building. What up, David? Good to see you. Says salute to Ron and John in the chat. Appreciate you. Yeah, Space Ghost says, yes, let's spoil the ring ceremony. Facts, 100%.
Right.
Shout out to my guy, Mega NYK in the building. Salute and good evening to my guys, Ron and John in the chat. Appreciate you, Mega. Always good to see you. David Smith came in with the fire. He said, it's August 12th, 2024, and the Knicks still do not have a real replacement at center for the big void left by Hartenstein. Nurkic of Suns could be an option. Nurk if you buck. Nurk if you buck. You know, I kind of like Nurkic. I've always been a big fan of Yusef Hawkins. And when you walk in, man, I'm on fire tonight. Listen.
Yikes.
But yeah. Bars. There you go, Fliggity. That's for you. Anyway, yeah, I've always liked Nurkic's game. I don't know if the Suns will be willing to part with them because remember, guys, listen.
Yeah, they got rid of
they got a, you know, something going on. They still got a big three over there, bro.
Yeah.
They didn't go anywhere, but they still like, who knows what they're trying to do.
It's true. It's true.
I like them though. I like them.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah, we'll see. David Smith also says Tibbs got a lot to prove this year. He never made NBA Finals as a head coach and has a losing career playoff record. Yep, that's true. This is one of those things we've always talked about. Like Tibbs is a fantastic regular season coach, but he still has yet to really solidify himself in the playoffs. So there's a little bit of pressure on him as well.
The clock starts now. I mean, this is when you gauge that, right? You got the team he's been wanting. Now there ain't no excuses. Now it's about win or go home, man. You know, and you only get like a 3-year window to do so. You know, as a head coach, he's already had 5, right, with us. The 5th season coming up.
This is the 5th season. Yeah,
right. So he'll be coming up on his 5th season. So 3 more, that makes 7. That's more or less that's a long tenure for a head coach in the NBA. So he has to, you know, show and prove. And to be honest, the Nova group in general, right now, this is your window. You got 3-year window to show and prove. Because if you don't win it in 3 years, then you're gonna break that up. That's not gonna stay.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. No matter what they've built over here, if they don't get the results, if they're not, or if
it'll be broken up some way because their contracts there would be needed
the money.
You know what I mean? It would be all the money. You know, so whether 1 or 2 of those guys will have to move on from, it's just a guarantee that you got a 3-year window, and at some point you're gonna have to make some moves.
That's fair. That's a good point. And shout out to all that are tuned in tonight. Well, like I said, once again, this is a very busy Monday night for Knick content. We appreciate those who have tuned in to support us. So thank you for rocking. And also shout out to the people on Facebook Live. Who have showed us love. You know, not only Manuel Rivera, Pops, appreciate you. Rob Ruiz, salute, Rob. Good to see you. Nice. Our guy Michael A. Rodriguez in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Good to see
watching on Facebook. Come on.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Come on over to YouTube, man. You know what I mean? Y'all don't got love for John and Ron, you know what I mean? Anyway, shout out to you. D-Block in the building. What's going on, brother? He says, salute to everyone. And John, my brother, Ron, hit the like button. Yes, facts. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Also, shout out to my guy, Paris Duggar in the building. What up, Paris? Appreciate you, my brother. Salute. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yo. Oh, no.
Wow. Yikes.
You ain't lying, though. You ain't lying. We seen them team pictures, man. Hartenstein got to watch it. He got to watch it over there. No, I think the biggest culprit is moved on. They traded him, so whatever that means. Yes, sir. Okay. Shout out to Bagger Jones in the building. What up, Bagger? Said, why the media pocket watching Brunson's dollars? First, the Knicks overpaid him, and now he's a fool for taking a pay cut. Like, make your minds up. Which is it? LOL. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. We live in a wild society.
Want to hate, bro. They tight. They tight because they didn't want to see him do that. They wanted. They wanted those hate what they wanted to see him do is make the Knicks cash strapped, so they wouldn't be able to go after anyone else or make their team that much better. So that's what they were hoping for, and it didn't happen. Brunson understands the business of the NBA. He understands that he is now becoming a brand, and he understands that he can make additional money and funds elsewhere, just by being in the New York market. So he's not concerned about what the overall contract is because he knows he can get it at the back end. And he understands his relationship with the front office, with the Knicks as a whole, is solid, and they're going to do right by him. They've done right by other players that haven't been to his caliber coming into it, right? And we've already seen that. We looked out for New Orleans Noel, a few others. We gave a couple of, a decent amount, towards the tail end of their tenure here with New York. So who's to say? I think he's made the right decision, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too, man. It's one of them things. You just gotta let the man live. Let him be him. Let him do what he feels is right. He made the decision. He's comfortable with the decision. His family's comfortable with the decision. That's all that matters. Bottom line is, I mean, no one really wants to talk about it, but Jalen taking $100 million less is actually bad. You know what I mean? It's not bad for him. It's his choice. He's helping his team, but
it's bad for the CBA, right?
It's bad for it's bad for that stuff. It's bad for the associations. It's bad for other organizations. Like, man, they paid these guys what they want, and it makes some of the players look a little selfish. Even
that's probably what it is. Boston, paying 3 something max money for 2 players. That's what they got. They got max money. They got to make it feasible. But at the end of the day, they did what they needed to do, and they got a championship out of it, right? So now, not paying Tatum would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you had to pay Tatum.
Got to. And when I say it makes some of the players look selfish, it's not because they should look selfish. It's just, people always look at that. Man, that guy took less money. Why couldn't you take it? That's just how it is. It doesn't mean that those people don't deserve the money. They do deserve. If you're going to say that because of the nature of the game, this is what that player would get, then they're supposed to get that money. So it is what it is. But it's just how it's going to look.
Right.
Whatever. Who cares? Yeah.
He's
Shout out to
happy.
JJ. Yeah, exactly. He's happy. Shout out to JJ in the building. What up, JJ? Good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Let me see here. Oh, shout out to Elle once again. Please listen to what she says. Share the live if you're watching from Facebook or on X, so that way other people know we are here. Definitely appreciate it. Right. And Space Ghost says making him captain has already brought him new endorsements. We've already talked about it, but if you're living under a rock and you don't know, once again, Jalen Brunson was named the 36th captain in New York Knicks history this past week. So, he's on cloud 9. It's almost like, and I would, honestly, I think that would be a little bit too much, but it's almost like having the key to the city. You know what I mean? He's everywhere, and everybody loves, and he's the face of the Knicks now. And he's not gonna walk anywhere and people not know him. He's gonna walk in restaurants and not have to pick up the tab. It's gonna be one of them things now.
Yep.
Shout out to him.
We could definitely expect after if he starts off with a strong season, start off the season, I can expect an endorsement deal from Nike.
Oh yeah,
I can expect it because especially starting off a strong 2025 in the New York market. He's already shared with everyone that he loves playing in the Kobe's. You know what I mean? So I could just see them right away looking to sort of match that sort of, and Nike would be dumb if they don't. It's like it
makes sense. It makes sense.
Easy work right there.
And I'm loving the fact that, everything that happened last year with regards to Jalen Brunson and being voted into the All-Star game. If you guys remember, the big controversy was he got a lot of votes nationwide, but technically he could have gotten more votes from his own fan base, and he didn't. And some people were saying it's just because as a brand, he kind of flies under the radar. He's not out there in your face. He's not a sponsor to all these different other things like John was talking about, Nike and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But that was last year. This is a
Okay.
whole nother year, and Jalen Brunson is on everybody's mind after the way he
Yep.
played, how he looked in the playoffs. Now he's the captain. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is just the boost he needs to become like a perennial all-star going forward.
Mhm. Without a
Yeah.
doubt. That's next
Yeah.
for him. That's
Yeah.
within his grasp. He just got to go out and prove it on the court.
100%. Thank you, Space Ghost. And David Smith said, oh, wait, hold on one second. Bagger Jones said that's, oh, hey, Craig. What up, Craig? Salute.
What's
Good
good?
to see you, Craig. Bagger Jones said that's the CBA problem, not the Knicks. Hello, we got our guys that we needed. Good luck, CBA.
Mhm.
Yep, facts. David Smith said pressure on Randle now about the extension since Brunson signed his. Randle wants $300 million, then sayonara. There is a team in Houston or San Antonio with tons of cap space to pay him. I mean,
I don't
there's
even think
truth there.
300 is even within his range right now.
No, it is, bro. It is.
It is because of the TV deal.
Because he's a 10-year, he's going to be a 10-year player at the end of the season. So
Mhm.
technically, he can
You
get
said 10 year or tenure?
10 years.
10 years. Okay.
So technically, he can actually get 5 years, $313 million.
Mm. And that's under this new CBA agreement or bargaining. Okay.
Now, obviously,
So what's the max that you can? What's the max number then? That it wouldn't be 300 then?
oh no,
313.
that is no. I mean, that's the max.
Okay.
He can get 313.
313 would be the max to get.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if he's there.
I don't think he's
5
there
years.
either.
I don't think he's there. What is he? 28 now?
29.
29. So he's got. I mean, at max, he's got a good 4 or 5 more years left in his.
In his peak, good,
Peak.
yeah. Solid basketball.
To what their basketball
Right.
assumptions are, barring injuries and everything. So yeah, I would say 3 to 5 years. I wouldn't max him at a 5-year deal though. I don't know if I would do that.
Yeah.
If I was a
Yeah.
Knicks, I don't know if I would do that.
I
Maybe
mean, I
280?
might give him
280?
5 years. I might give him 5 years, but I'm not get. I was actually looking for the homeboy discount. I'm saying 5 to
240?
250.
250? Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
50 per.
Yeah.
I mean, because if OG's getting 42,
Yeah, I can see that.
Julius getting 50,
I can see that.
but we'll see. I mean, listen,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, I
that
mean, look,
Julius would do something like that.
This
bro.
is the
I think he
business.
would.
This is the business, that we're in, right? He's got the sneaker deal, right? He's got that going for him,
Yeah, and I seen a clip, a picture of his new kicks. I mean, I wouldn't wear
He's
them.
got sponsorship stuff. I would rock them in the ball.
I mean, no, if I got them for free, I'd wear them. And there's nothing wrong with them. I'm not. I don't know.
I would buy them to play. I would buy them to play.
Oh, I would buy them to play. Yeah. To wear to play. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
to work out.
That I would definitely do that. Just to rock, I don't know. They ain't really my style. But to play, I would.
Yeah. I mean, they're not a casual sneaker.
No, they're for
meant for playing, right?
Yeah, for playing. Correct.
Right.
And they don't look like they fall apart.
Who's rocking those? I'm like, I would rock those. I would rock.
They don't look like your foot is gonna bust through them.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be 240 to bust through sneakers, though, bro. To be honest, more. What is he? He's like 3 something, right?
Oh, Zion?
What's Zion's weight?
He was at that time. He was 280 when he bust through, I believe. But I don't know. He's lost some weight. Like he was like 270 something, 280, close to it.
The amount of pressure that he would have to, on an automatic stop to blow out those sneakers the way he did. That's crazy. Never in a million years would I have ever seen that. Like thought that.
That was wild, bro. That was wild. So we'll see, man. Like I said, he's eligible to get 313 for 10 years. I mean, 5 years, 313. But hopefully, like I said, the Knicks, if he plays well this year, right, and then the Knicks want to keep him, Hopefully, they offer him a nice amount and he gives us the homeboy discount. Listen, 250 million is 250 million. It's still way more money than he's ever made. He won't feel like he's cheated. You know what I mean? There's not too many people that got 250 million in their bank account. So,
but he at that point he would be the person who would be making the most salary, right? If
on the Knicks,
on an extension, right?
Yeah.
So he would still be sort of the tenured Knick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he would feel good about that for another couple
3-4 years.
Until Brunson gets his $400 million contract.
And at that point, it will be well deserved, right?
Right.
So,
if he could bring a championship here,
absolutely.
Forget about it. We'll be in
love with Brunson.
Like, give him everything, stock
whatever he wants. ownership,
whatever he needs,
all of it.
Shout out to the objective Knicks fan in the building. Salute, brother. Listen, this brother is a very smart man. He definitely knows his Knick talk. We got to collab and get you on the show or vice versa in the future, brother. Looking forward to it, man. Definitely like tuning into your content. Good to see you in the chat, bro. But please show him some love, guys, on YouTube, the objective Knicks fan. Salute to him. JJ said, can't get over the analyst saying Randle should take 100 million. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard, JJ. I almost when I think I saw Troy Mahibar reported on Knicks Recap. He said that I forgot the name of the analyst, but and I'm glad he said that he should take $100 million pay cut. Like basically, were you kidding me? What?
Clickbait, man.
Dude, I'm talking about it wasn't even 100 million, John. It wasn't 100 million off of his max. It was 100 million like out. It was like one something, like 180. They were like, what?
That's wild.
Damn. That's crazy. He's making his current contract was 116 over 4 years, something like that. You want him to get 180 after playing 4 years here? Nah,
damn, they're disrespectful.
No. That's super disrespectful. That's crazy. Let me see. Shout out to Paris Duggan. Thank you for the generous super chat, my brother. He said Julius also can re-injure the shoulder and get nada. That's true. Well, that goes to the point where now
get it over with.
Yeah, hopefully but I will say I wouldn't, if I was Julius Randle, I wouldn't sign the extension now, because the extension now is something like 180 something. You're worth more than that. So that would be stupid. Like, it would be silly to take that much less. You should wait till the offseason and then do the discount if you can give the Knicks a discount then. But you're definitely going to get more money and be closer to what your true value is. That makes more sense. Objective Knicks fan says, thank you, family. Let's definitely set something up. Yeah, facts. Definitely will. I will definitely reach out, brother. We'll get it going. Yeah, still Knicks fans. We all about the collabs now. We back on our collab thing, baby. We rocking out.
The on season. It's the on.
It's the on season. There you go. Okay. Yeah. L says yes. More collabs. Facts. Yeah. That's who it was. Thank you, David Smith and
Bobby
JJ.
Marks.
It was Bobby Marks. I could not believe it. Come on, Bobby. You got to do better than that, brother. All right. So let's get to the last topic of today's show, or the last little thing to talk about real quick. So I don't know if you guys knew this. I'm sure you don't. Did you know that the Knicks had a secret weapon?
What?
That's right. Knicks best kept secret. We've got a best kept secret, a secret weapon, y'all.
Hawk Porty.
It is not Hawk Porty, but
I just wanted to say the name.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hawk Porty.
Something, by the way, something tells me that young man's going to be a pretty fun player. Like you know how every team's got like a fan favorite. I think it's going to be Hawk Porty. I wouldn't be surprised.
It might be. If he get minutes, I don't know. It's going to be this year.
We'll see. So the Knicks have a best kept secret. According to Bleacher Report, the Knicks' best kept secret is none other than Mr. Deuce McBride. That's right, folks. Bleacher Report writer Grant Hughes named McBride the Knicks' best kept secret on the team. He says there might not be a more overlooked sniper in the league than Miles McBride, who drilled 41% of his triples in the 19.5 minutes per game for the New York Knicks last season. And that's not even his top skill. McBride's ability to somehow withstand the cardiovascular shock of going from the fringes of the rotation to 40-plus minutes every night during the Knicks' injury hit stretch run was almost impossible to fathom, Hughes writes. The Knicks are now deeper than they were a year ago, so we'll see if head coach Tom Thibodeau tries to test the limits of McBride's stamina again. Even if he returns to a smaller role, the gritty guard deserves more recognition. Yeah, man. Once again, you know what I mean? Shout out to Miles McBride. You know, it is what it is.
He's proving you right, Ron.
There you go. There you go. Hey, I'm not mad at it. I'm definitely not mad at it. But you know, what's your thoughts, bro? You think he's the best kept secret for this New York Knicks team?
I don't think he's a secret for us Knicks fans. But you are definitely right about, you know, what you thought he could become. And now he has a year under his belt that he's been able to show it. Now it's about being consistently that guy for the New York Knicks, right? Because, you know, season to season, things change and players go through slumps like with every sport. Can he bounce back and, you know, have another magical season? Because I think for this was a magical season this past year. So, and he had every opportunity to falter, and he made it work for him. He's, you know, he earned the respect of his teammates. He earned the respect of the coaching staff, the head coach, and, you know, and to the fans. Because the reality is that even though we know he was limited as a ball handler, we did want to see him on defense, and we wanted to see him on the opposing team's best player at times, you know, specifically if they were guard heavy, you know, we wanted him to be able to defend like we know he can. And he played above expectations last year, to be honest. You know, who would have thought shooting 41%, you know, that was, you know, not something that any one of us who have been watching could have, you know, like just, you know, flat out say that, you know, we would be expecting that from him. That was not what we were expecting. So, but kudos to you, Ron. I mean, you thought he would be a nice player coming out of college, and you liked his game. You thought he would, you know, have an impact, and he did, you know, so.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he was one of my favorite players on this young Knicks team. There's some other players that I really like on the team now that kind of have pushed him down in my favor, but he's still top 3 for me. Like on my list of guys in this team that are my favorites, it goes Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, Deuce McBride. Like I still like them in that order. I just like you know, I'm noticing all of these players are kind of like undersized for what they do, right? So maybe I like the underdog type guy, you know, like Jalen for being a 6'2" guy and what he does, you know, because I feel like if Jalen right now is one of the better players in the league. If Jalen was 6'7", 6'8", he would be, to me, pound for pound, the best player in the NBA. Like no holds barred, you couldn't tell me nothing. Not only would it be a beast on the offensive end, on the defensive end, he would start to, you know, be a really good defender as well. I think he would have the height to really do some things. But yeah, it is what it is. Life didn't throw him that card. And then you got Josh Hart, 6'4", rebounding, getting 18 rebounds in a game, like nothing, easily. You know, just the hustle, the effort, the grit. And then Deuce being on the same team with these guys and understanding that nothing is given. You know, everything's earned. And we watched him go from getting 45 seconds at the end of a first quarter to then getting 5 minutes here or there, spot minutes, maybe 10, sometimes if he's lucky, to being a really integral piece in helping us withstand the injuries going into the playoffs, and then playing 40-plus minutes, even 48 minutes a whole game. Like crazy, crazy stuff. So shout out to Deuce McBride, man. He definitely is working for it. Even I saw him prior to him getting surgery, working working. After surgery, he's back to working. Even when he had the boot on, he was shooting shots. Like, let me tell you something. Some of these guys, this Knicks team, they did the front office needs a lot of kudos. They did a great job of putting this team together. So far, they got some winners as far as mentality and their effort. There's guys here that they've brought in that have that, and it's definitely everybody's feeding off of it. So it's dope.
The hope is that they continue to build off of that, and we see the same sort of, the same sort of effort and same sort of vigor come out of, Sims, player like Sims, who's going to get the opportunity to show what he can provide, with a really good look. You know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily think the Knicks are going into the beginning of the season, signing another player if they, I don't think they're searching anymore. I think if something falls on their lap, they'll listen. But I don't think they're searching for a player to fill that center position. I think they're going to ride with Sims at least until the trading deadline. So he'll have a chance.
Yeah, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's no panic in that move. It makes a lot of sense. If the Knicks choose to hold off until the trade deadline to make a move for a backup center, no one could argue with it, because the Knicks are a good enough basketball team that they're going to win games in this regular season without having that go-to backup guy. Now, to win a championship, to go into the playoffs and fight against these really good teams, that's where you got to stack up and make sure you got it. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're right, like John, if they do that, if they just ride what they got right now, hope Mitchell Robinson stays healthy for the most part. See what Ariel Huck-Porty can add to the team whenever he's with the team, because I think he's on the two-way, so he won't be with the team that much. See what Jericho Sims has worked on, what he can bring. One thing about Jericho is he sets good screens. He has good footwork. He can rebound, given the opportunity when he puts his mind to it. We've seen him get 10-plus rebounds in a game, so he can rebound. And, whatever else he's worked on, that can translate. That'll be great. And then, obviously, what Precious can bring. We're going to be undersized, but it's all about the effort. And if these guys still do what we need them to do, it plays into what the Knicks style of play is, which is second chance opportunities, with the offensive rebounds, getting rebounds, out rebounding your opponent, time of possession, getting more possessions than the opponent, which, they're not a pace team, but having the more opportunities to score the basketball is something they try to do. So, yeah, if they continue to do that stuff, that's the Knicks blueprint. They'll win games. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also wanted to say shout out to Felicia Lee. Thank you, Felicia. She said Leon Rose has a price in his mind what Randle is worth. Leon always leans towards team-friendly contracts, or he moves. He is not going into the second apron of the salary cap. You may be right. And at least I'm going to say it depends, right? It depends, because if a miracle happens and the Knicks win the championship this year, I don't think the Knicks mind going into the second apron, because then they'll know, oh, we got the team. We won a championship with this team, and they're fairly young together. We got most of them signed up. Why not? I guess it all depends on how good this team looks and how good they play, how good Julius Randle plays too within this team. We'll see. Yeah. Shout out to 808 Empire State, said amen to the previous stuff we were talking about. Objective Knicks fan says he's not a secret anymore towards Deuce. I think he made somewhat of a name for himself. Old media knows him now. That's a fact. JJ's like, the secret is out. Old head said Deuce showed up big time in the playoffs for the Sixers. Felicia says, I agree, Ron, if they win it all. Yeah, if they win it all, that's the caveat. Maybe they'll say, let's go into the second apron. It is what it is at that point, but that all depends. It's a nice ride to be on, man, but I want to thank everybody for being here and rocking with us tonight. We do our best to try to give you some news and have some conversation and talk about these Knicks, but it is a slow time. There's not a lot going on. The Olympics are over. I saw somebody yesterday talking about, man, what you guys watching? I'm like, damn, it's depressing out here. I'm like, hey, all right, it ain't that bad. Anyway, let me get over to my guy, John. Final words, my brother.
Man, this was a great show. Appreciate for being on. Appreciate you, Ron, for giving me space, because, got a lot going on with the family, son's doing AAU basketball, and he's also doing tournament baseball. UBAL, I think it's called. So running those tournament games out in Jersey, going down to Pennsylvania in October, all those, big tournaments and stuff. So it's a fun time. It's also a very busy time. So I appreciate you for giving me grace, and for the chat for allowing me to be here and come back, gracefully, and allow me the space to just give my opinion. Appreciate you all. Stay blessed out there. Be safe. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Always a pleasure, brother. It's nothing like when I get to chop it up with you. You know what I mean? It's one of the best moments of these shows, bro. And just so you know, we put up the poll, fan feedback poll. Should SKF Weekly stay on Monday nights at 9 p.m. or move to Wednesday nights at 9 p.m.? Please pick one. And guess what? 94 people voted. And 6% of y'all said ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. 6% voted for that. 45% voted for Wednesdays, and 49% voted for Mondays, to stay on Mondays. Now, I will say, guys, this is still something that we're still considering, got to think about. But I do see that 49% of you guys like that we're still on Mondays. We got to see how it all plays out. And maybe a couple other things will have to come into play. Maybe if we get a look at the Knicks schedule, see how many games fall on Mondays as opposed to Wednesdays. I don't know. Maybe something will, be the deciding factor as to if we stay on Mondays or switch to Wednesdays. But I like the feedback, and I thank you guys for participating and giving us your thoughts on that. So once again, salute to you guys. Felicia says stay on Monday. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Thank you, Objective Knicks fan. Appreciate you. Yeah, Old Head said, can't wait to see the squad healthy. Knicks good enough to win it all. Facts. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, Mega, as always. Shout out to Saul Hashim. I know you just came in, brother, but listen, replay gang, baby. Just hit that button and watch the show from the beginning. It was a good conversation, good talk, and I always have fun chopping it up with my brother, John. But once again, guys, thank you once again for being here. And as I always say, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still, Knicks fans, we'll be back again, whether it be on Monday nights at 9 p.m. for SKF Weekly. You see it, brother Ron, my brother John, and soon to be our brother Jose on the ones and twos in the background. Stay tuned. It's getting closer, You're gonna see him again, or hear him again at least, or whether it be on Saturdays for No Ledge at 11:30 when I talk y'all off the ledge, because y'all be wilding out sometimes, but y'all been pretty good. I think I may have created a monster. Y'all too level-headed these days. I might have to mix it up a little bit. Anyway, and as we get a little deeper into the season, or maybe should I say the start of the season, we might start getting back into the programming that you were used to seeing during the week on Nothing But Knicks, NBA stuff, or even if it's hip hop stuff. Gotta see. We gotta kind of see how everything's going to shake out. But appreciate you guys once again for supporting us and showing us love. And thank you. You guys have a great night. And be safe, be careful out there. There's stuff going around. Don't trip. So be careful. All right. I guess that's all I got. Appreciate y'all. We out of here.
Freedom over fame. Freedom over cycle stays the same.